Yo, what is going on, guys? Sekapoko here, bringing you another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. For this, we're doing my Penta Max Whitebeard and Warco showcase, and Penta Max lightly because I actually hadn't decided until after the video, and at the end of the video you'll see it, what the second set of candies to put on Warco is, whether it be HP or recovery, and I go over it at the very end of the video to talk about whether you should go HP or recovery on Warco, and you'll actually understand after we do the showcase why that is. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and go over Whitebeard Warco as a unit. Whitebeard Warco is going to be a striker and powerhouse character, and when you start off with just the Whitebeard, he's going to max out at 2012 attack with max candies and max limit break with 3,792 HP. They're going to max out at 16 turns for their special attack, and if you do the just the Warco is going to only have 1900 attack and 483 recovery with 3,322 HP. So you notice that the Whitebeard has only 346 recovery, whereas the Warco has 483 recovery. So a definite major difference there. And it definitely, the reason I'm going over this, it will make sense in the video. So if you guys do have the Whitebeard captain ability up, it's going to boost the attack of side characters by 3.5 and attack of all other characters by 2.75 and reduce damage received by 15%, as well as making Psi orbs beneficial for all characters. If we are going to have the Warco captain ability up, it's going to boost the attack of int characters by 3.5, boost the attack of all other characters by 2.75, and boost recovery of all characters by 1.25, as well as making Psi orbs beneficial to all characters. And I believe that's int orbs beneficial to all characters, not Psi, but it might be both. Who knows? Who knows if it's both? I think that might be a typo. I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty sure that it's like int on Warco and Psi on Whitebeard, but we'll have to see. Because you know it seems to say int orbs beneficial here, and then the other one seems to say this one seems to say Psi orb, so I'm pretty sure that's just a typo. When you do have the Whitebeard and Warco special activated, you're going to have the Whitebeard and Warco dual captain ability, which is boost the attack of Psi and int characters by 4.25 and boost the attack of all other characters by 3 times. This allows you to bring a lot of other characters to the team, which is very nice, and I actually do end up doing that in the video. There's also going to boost the recovery of all characters by 1.5, which is a major recovery boost when you do have the Whitebeard and Warco captain ability activated. It's also going to reduce damage by 20% and make Psi orbs and int orbs beneficial to all characters. Whitebeard Warco is going to have 3 sailor abilities. So the first one is going to be for Whitebeard, which is going to boost the attack of Psi and int characters by 75. The second one's going to be boosting to HP of Psi and int characters by 75. Sorry, HP and recovery by 75. And that's going to be for Warco. Boost the attack, HP, and recovery of Psi and int characters by 100. And that is so if you pop the special, it's going to change the sailor ability. The Limit Break Sailor ability is going to completely resist silence and paralysis on this character, which is a very, very strong sailor ability to have. Completely resisting silence on a character as a sailor is insane. The special ability is going to cut the HP of all enemies by 30% and recover 20,000 HP and randomize all orbs into either Psi, int, or recovery. And it's going to become Whitebeard Warco for 3 turns. If it's 3 turns, it's 3 turns. But you can carry it into a separate room, so it does work out like that. Now, when you change your captain, it's going to change. It's going to reduce paralysis and silence duration by 1 turn, make recovery orbs beneficial for all characters, and then change their own orb into recovery. And their own orb into recovery is actually a super useful thing that you're going to see that I actually didn't know about until I started running it, and it's definitely a very, very strong mechanic. Getting a guaranteed recovery orb all the time is insanely strong, and I did not know how strong until I started using this unit. For the limit breaks on this character, we're going to have Psi damage reduction up to 7%, we're going to have int damage reduction up to 70%, and have slot bind self reduction up to 100%, so it's getting 2 cooldown on the limit break, so that is really, really nice to see it going all the way through. And I definitely like this unit. Very, very strong unit overall. Very, very amazing unit. I would say definitely a top tier unit. If you were going to talk about this unit, probably in the top 5 of all units in the entire game. And you'll definitely see why after the showcase. All right, guys, so we're going to do a run at... the first one we're going to be doing, you can see my Whitebeard is only 100 candies because I really haven't figured out what I want to do with him. But we're just going to run a raid Boa real quick. And I actually wanted to just test him out and see how he works in this content. I'm not really sure how it's going to work. I haven't really played around with him at all, so we're gonna just play around and see how Warco's healing is and etc. and see how everything's going. So, of course, we start out with 27,000 HP, so that's pretty high. I'm gonna go ahead and swap over, and you can see we get that beneficial orb enable from Warco, making it so we have int orbs beneficial, and then we were just gonna go ahead and recover up and see how much HP we get. The meat orbs are healing for 4,500 freaking 4,500 meat orbs, boys. What the what? Okay. What the what meat orbs, man? 4,500 meat orbs. Oh my god. Hockey X coming with another gift sub. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. 51 gift subs. Jason Nick, welcome to the Beppo Squad, man. Thank you so much. All right. Wow. Just wow. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and switch again to Whitebeard, who gets you get the meat orb guaranteed on Whitebeard. You get guaranteed meat orbs, bro. I think I'm gonna go recovery. I was on the fence before, but the fact that you get guaranteed meat orbs whenever you switch characters, that kind of says to me, hey, you should probably go with the other way. You know, you should probably just do the recovery. Wow, just with one up, it's 3,400. Dang, man, guaranteed meat orbs. That is super crazy. So we're getting Dex beneficial on our team from the Nami, and that is just bonkers how strong this is. If you're running both, you have like a lot of matching. Look how many matching orbs we have on this team already. This is really, really strong. Just going into the content, I can't even believe that is a thing. So right away, I'm gonna go ahead and just start it up. We're just gonna attack everything and do our normal perfect stream. Boom, 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 boom. And this is with like the 3.5 captains. And you can see I'm bringing Nami here, and she's still doing 200,000 damage on that last hit there. So still very strong. I'm in awe on how strong this is. This is actually very, very, very good. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go switch this one over to Whitebeard real quick. And we're going to get the beneficial enable. And what I was noticing is that you'll notice on this team, everybody except for Boa is a powerhouse unit or a cerebral unit. And what that says to me is, hey, we can actually just chill out. And oh, there's the J-Snick sub. There we go. We can just chill out, and we don't have to worry about anything. So you can see here, this one's supposed to hit for about 10,000, right? And she's hitting for 6,000 because of the damage reduction. And I don't have level 3 damage reduction coming in right now, so we're going to have to go in and switch it around. But Krotos5 coming in with the sub. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it, man. For the brand new sub. Thank you, guys. Hype in the chat. Thank you, Krotos. Appreciate it, man. Here we go. All right, so we can see here 4,500 meat orb, making meat orbs beneficial, getting that beneficial enable in right away. I can see that beneficial enable being kind of good and kind of bad, so we're gonna have to play around with that and see what we want to do with beneficial enable. But getting guaranteed meat orbs on the swap is super nice, and I can definitely see this working well with, say, Legend Enel, because of how strong that the guaranteed meat orbs are. You can see with the swap off, boom, right over to that, and no big deal at all. We're going to go ahead and heal. And you can see, even if I don't switch, still getting a really, really big chunk on those meat orbs. Very strong character. Going to go ahead and just keep stalling out this thingamabobber, and we're just going to go in after that. Wow, dude. Very, very, very strong character. The only reason I'm stalling here is because I was not able to get enough combo hits on this team to do this. So definitely would have been faster if I had the combo hits. So let's go ahead and go in and kill this BZ. Bam. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go into the final room here and get everything done. Boom, 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 boom. And finally, this one. Okay. So, I'm only going to get one hit off here because when you use the Whitebeard Marco special, you're not going to get anything. So, I'm going to go ahead and do a swap. It's going to bring out the Whitebeard real quick. And then I'm going to go ahead and use the Whitebeard captain ability. Let's see how the special animation looks. It looks pretty fire, man. Getting that Whitebeard and the Marco right after. That looks so cool. And then, of course, we turn it into Whitebeard Marco, get the 20k heal, and all those orbs. Super, super nice. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to switch this up to the int version, of course. And we're going to go ahead and get that to the Marco from the int version. And you can see it's the same special animation for both, but still very cool. Bam. So 50% HP on that boa already. Now I don't have I should have done it the other order, I guess, but definitely really strong other way to do this. Okay, so let's go ahead and get some damage in here, and we'll do some damage with no candies over here. So we got Reiju here for conditional here. Got unfortunately this will do 1,000,000 damage. Unfortunately, we got an extra 1,000,000 damage out of nowhere, just chilling. So all these boosts, and before we even start hitting. She's already dead. That was 4 million damage without type advantage. It would have been like 12 million if I had hit with the right character for an int unit. So definitely super, super strong unit. Wow. Just wow. So much damage on this team without even actually hitting the boss. That's super crazy. We're getting all block tandem, no big deal here. You can't swap, of course. And then we're going to go ahead and just... I'm going to see how much damage we do with no orbs here and no boosts. No orbs, no boost. Wow. More than enough damage to clear out the boa. 800,000 or 900,000 damage, not even detected in the right order with the block orb, no matching orbs. Very, very strong. And of course, we got the toxic at the end. So very cool unit. You can use Reiju with her as a sub in a lot of different ways because she works off Psi or Int. So very cool. All right, guys, so we're going to be doing a run, of course, at Doffy Forest because it's the best one to show a showcase off because there's lots of older mechanics, not a lot of newer mechanics, and just to make it a really, really fast run. And there's not a lot to it, so that's part that I like about it. So going into this team, I don't have level 5 auto heal with this team, but and I couldn't actually get any Whitebeard friend captains when I started making this, so I had to go with a guest captain that had no sockets and no skill ups and no limit break. So that part sucks. So the friend captain is totally shit, but mine is Pentamaxed. Mine is the second set of candy. And the reason I'm kind of on the fence on that is you can see here, you'll actually watch this and you'll understand where I'm at. Doing the run here, you can see that the healing, we get HP cut a lot during this. This is actually a great way of showing how much healing that we're getting with the Marco. And getting a ton, like the recovery orbs that you're getting are just doing a ton of healing. And it's just bonkers. The damage reduction we're getting from Whitebeard also really great. Unfortunately, we do not have level 3 damage reduction either on this team. So, because I didn't have time to suck my boa. And the friend Whitebeard, of course, is a guest captain that doesn't have anything. Now, you'll notice here, it was just one captain getting the heals off, as well as switching to the Whitebeard, getting the actual damage reduction in. We're still doing a decent amount of damage to the treble, and be able to switch between every single time, as well as getting meat orbs, makes it really, really easy to stall because you get these free meat orbs all the time. So I really like that about this character, that the fact that you get all these free meat orbs and getting tons of damage, as well as lots of healing, makes it really, really nice. So very, very fun character to run with. Going into the next turn here, you can see we're doing a decent amount of damage going into the other rooms, and I don't even have to pop specials like most of the time when I'm running this, because this team does so much damage without me actually having to do anything. And you get tons of matching orbs because you can bring, let's say, a Nami. Nami is a sub because it is a rainbow team. You can bring whoever you want. You're not completely limited to Psi and Int. Nami is here, of course, for 2x orb boost as well as color affinity, and she does boost everybody in the entire team, so that's really great. The thing is that Marco is going to be a fighter powerhouse, whereas a Whitebeard is going to be a striker powerhouse, so definitely have some options there. And what's really interesting is if I was able to bring a cerebral unit or a powerhouse unit like version 2 Shanks, then I can actually, instead of the boa, then I can actually use Zunisha with the Whitebeard Marco, because most of the characters I'm going to be running with Whitebeard Marco are going to be cerebral or powerhouse units, which is actually a very, very cool thing. So I'm very curious to see how these teams work out, and I definitely want to try that out. Unfortunately, I do not have version 2 Shanks, so I cannot be using him here. But you can see on the Doffy stage that we actually were supposed to take a major hit, and we ended up taking a very minor hit in comparison. So that was a really, really interesting thing, going into the Doffy stage and taking almost no damage from both Doflamingos. So the damage reduction you get there is massive, and then being able to heal up with Marco right afterward, completely bonkers on the amount of healing that you have. So a definite super top tier legend being able to go through this content like this with absolute ease and not being used any specials. Now we're going into the burst turn. What I'm going to do here, which is really interesting. I actually, I learned this from the Boa stage, but Boa is the character that delays on this team, so you got to be a little bit careful if they aren't delay immune, so just make sure that you're popping in the right order. I go ahead and switch out and make sure I'm getting the HP cuts and the right characters and everything, swapping around and everything. And make sure that you do a swap on Whitebeard. I learned this on this stage, actually. Make sure you do a swap on Whitebeard to make recovery orbs beneficial for your team, unless you're running the Zunisha ship to make recovery orbs beneficial, because otherwise you do not have a way of getting recovery orbs to be beneficial unless you do a beneficial orb enable. But you can see we did a decent amount of damage clearing the room there. Going into the Doffy and Trouble stage. Now the damage that we're doing, we did about 15 million on with just the Whitebeard by himself, and 27 million total. But the real showcase is where we're on this Treble stage, and we only have Whitebeard Marco up, and we have to take hits the entire time. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to be able to stall out the Binding Despair. And I haven't actually seen a team be able to stall out on Treble and survive the entire time until Trebles binds us up. You can see we're healing the entire time, and unfortunately, you can see here that we aren't able to get rid of the block orb that's on the Marco through the swap. So I didn't know that until I went into it, but I could have, just reset. But I didn't really feel like I wanted to just go with a natural run and see what I think. And I was able to hit a great and still kill the final boss there, kill Trouble there. So you can see here we're going to be switching between Marco and Whitebeard and getting some healing in. And look how much damage we're actually doing while we're healing. We're healing for somewhere between 5 and 8,000 per turn. Just bonkers amounts of healing. We're seeing 7,000 healing with a Whitebeard and Marco out. And if I do put out both of them, I'm able to get tons of healing in just between using those and getting that nice little damage reduction. Now having both Marcos up, you get 4,500 a meat orb. Super high amount of healing. And what I wanted to do here is get kind of low on the Doflamingo and see if I could actually survive some enrage hits with the Whitebeard out. So definitely interesting to try this out. I was really not expecting to be able to clear this easily. And you can see here he enrages right after, and we're gonna go ahead and have the Whitebeard and Marco out. And with just a 15% damage reduction, you can see he's doing 13,000 damage, a ton of damage. And I'm going ahead and stall out one more turn to just show you how strong the damage reduction healing on this team is. And we're gonna go ahead and just pop some specials and go all in on him. And see, being able to stall out specials on a final boss like that, a very strong character and one of my favorite units to use to date. All right, guys, so you'll notice that when I went through this video, I was not a fully Penta max Whitebeard and Marco. And the reason for that was I was really not sure on what I wanted to do for the last set of candy. And the reason I was so unsure is he doesn't scale at all off HP, but he does scale off recovery somewhat. And before we did the run, we did a poll, and we only had about 25 people chip in and say, not really sure. A lot of people really weren't sure what to say. We had about 250 people on the stream, and no one really knew what to do. It was a small overage on HP and a small under on the recovery. After we did the showcase, however, it completely flipped, and 86% of people believed that recovery was the way to go, and HP was not the way to go on the Whitebeard and Marco. So personally, I think that recovery is actually a very strong thing on this Whitebeard and Marco. HP is also good. Either one is going to be fine. This is a stat that is going to help you survive. Recovery candy, see how you're getting recovery candy on the character? You get that guaranteed meat orb every single time. I don't think it's going to matter too much to heal you up to full, but there might be that one time where you get HP cut and the double meat orb might save you. And it really sounds like that will be the way to go because you get guaranteed meat orbs. And guaranteed meat orbs, super strong. I very much like that. And I believe it still works if your captain is despaired. So if you have a double despair and you did want to get the recovery up really quickly, this would be a great way to go in order to get that extra healing in. So guys, we'll go ahead and do a poll at the end of this for you guys on YouTube. If you guys are in favor of HP candies on Whitebeard and Marco, go ahead and put that in the poll. Sign up for the poll that we're going to put in here, and let me know what you guys think as far as HP candies. If you guys are in for recovery candies, put in recovery. Of course, leave a comment down below on what you guys believe, HP or recovery for Marco. Definitely an interesting choice either way. Alright guys, my name is Sekapoko. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy the video, of course, like, subscribe, all the fun stuff, and you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.